Okay, I'm going to try to make this a quick one looking at Freddie Green style guitar playing with JB-145. So this is that chunking guitar, quarter note, chords. Well, we recorded with this sound in mind, making sure we'd be able to do it, and then it kind of fell by the wayside and we kind of forgot about it. So we had to add a new feature called Strum All, where you're strumming all the strings. So all 6 strings get strummed, no matter if you're playing one note in a chord. It's going to mute all the rest of the strings and strum those, which gives you this big, big, huge, good sound. So I'm going to try to go through this quickly. So I just have a little backing track I made real quick, just a little... just a little rhythm changes kind of up. Imagine a whole big band's playing, right? You would want this kind of guitar accompaniment in there with the bass and the drums, giving it that groove. So, so just to talk a little bit about the settings I've got here. Obviously, I've got chord mode on because I'm going to play some chords with the pick. And when we get to smart delay here, this reminds us about our plugin, which we've got on the track. When that pops up, it's just reminding you. You can say, just in case I forget, remind me next time. So in case you're new to the smart delay thing, either if you're using the 4-beat one, you'll have to move your MIDI region back a bar, or if you got the plugin going, you have to get the plugin. Anyway, so we've got, when smart delay is on, we've got realistic chords, which is going to find the best place to play any chord you play and also get rid of notes if they don't make sense. You know, this is doing a lot of heavy lifting as far as if you play like 10 fingers, as some piano players are wont to do. You play a big, massive chord, it's going to go through it, comb through it, and pick out the ones that make the most sense and still give you a really good sounding guitar voicing. So you don't have to think too hard. You can kind of just play chords and go for it, and it'll, you know, adjust them. So you want that on. And then Auto-Strum is the speed at which it's strumming across the strings, right? So it's not playing all the notes at once. It's, you imagine the pick moving from low string to high string. I mean, it's at 9 o'clock is where I generally like it, and just kind of over here. This is more like a arpeggiated kind of effect, kind of, you know, ring. But this is going to be choo, 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 choo. And then we're going to turn this Strum All on. So this is sort of the key to this sound. And basically, yeah, no matter what you play, it's going to play 4 notes. I mean, it's 6 notes. It's going to strum all the strings. Then as far as the sound setup, I've got this kind of inverted from where I normally like it. Normally I like mostly the direct, and then the mic like that. But for this, it's really mostly mic. In fact, you could do it with just the mic. It's a touch thin for my taste, like that. So I usually do like this. Really cool sound. A really pretty natural sound. So the vibe of this style in particular, Freddie Green, is 1 and 2 note chords, mostly on the G string. And so we're gonna limit ourselves to, even though it's right now in the mode it's in, it's not actually playing them on the G string. We're gonna limit ourselves to somewhere around B flat, F, or G. Kind of. That's kind of the range of the top note. So I'm going to try to just improvise just a single line first, just quarter notes along with these with the tune. Now I'm not good enough. I can't think fast enough to do it as fast as I want it, so I'm going to go real slow. Oh, the other thing is I'll probably, so even though I like this sound, you know, this to me that's better. It's a little laggy, right? Because there's a little extra sound in the beginning. If I pull this all the way down, it doesn't quite have the same tone, but it'll come back later when we turn Smart Delay on. So it's more just to be able to play in time really well. So that's the vibe. We're just going to be playing quarter notes like that. So we'll turn Smart Delay off. Got the mics pretty much like we want it. Okay, so let's give it a go here. Not bad. I had a few clams. So I think you hear the vibe is trying to make it melodic. I mean, it's a melodic. It's a counter line kind of. I'm pulling down a few of these really high velocity ones and maybe bringing up some of the low velocity ones that didn't speak. My keyboard playing, and I meant to play the thirds at the end. So, okay, so let's just hear what it sounds like with one note. So, Strum All is on, Auto-Strum's kind of here-ish, and let's put the speed back up. And so another thing to mention is that the mix of this is, you know, the guitar is in there with the bass. We're going to hear it a little artificially loud just so we can hear the sound of the guitar. But when you do the final mix, we'll maybe do that at the end and try to find the right spot for it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So, you know, if you had that down in the mix where it should be with the bass, you'd be surprised how good just one note can sound. So that's pretty killer. Let's though add another note because it's nice to kind of have a combination of one note and two notes. So let's try. So I have to, when you're punching in, you have to turn the plug-in off. if you're punching in with something you've already played. So let me think for just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, I think that was pretty good. Again, I had a couple of loud slams. Let's see if we can. Okay, so now let's turn Smart Delay on back, and then the plugin back on, and put it back up at a little brighter tempo. Maybe let's do not quite as bright. Let's just listen to it. Let's say 170. See how that feels. Okay, Auto-Strum's on. Strum All, realistic chords. Let's give this a listen. Yeah, that's pretty killer. So yeah, I just put a little tenth at the end. Yeah, so that sounds really good. So another thing you might want to mess with specifically with this style is how loud the releases are. So there's actually an additional almost additional rhythm from the notes getting released, which is cool, and it's actually a part of it. That to me is a little more natural. So I might ride it just a little lower than I would. I kind of like it about 11 o'clock normally, and I might ride it around 10 o'clock, something like that. Yes, so that's the vibe. And again, yeah, you can have it just the mic. Maybe the last listen through, we'll put it back up at tempo, and we can just hear it with just the. Let's just do just the mic, and I'm gonna turn it down to kind of fit it in with the bass. To me, it's a part of the bass sound. So if I bring it all the way down, let's just start from the top, bring it all the way down and fade it in until it just gives that bass the body. So I'm just going to bring it up. I mean, that's pretty good. You hear the melodicness, the melodic nature of it, especially in the bridge there. Even some chromatics work. You're essentially creating a counterline. So that's it. We're really proud of that and how good that sounds, and being able to execute that sound pretty quickly and simply. I mean, no key switches, just playing the notes in. The Strum All and realistic chords doing all the work here. Yeah, so thanks for watching.